Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. On January 19, 2015, the New York Times published an article exposing the U.S. Meat Animal Research Center in Clay Center, Nebraska, for abusing animals in a quest for profit for the meat industry. A project that drew our special attention is the Easy Care Sheep Project. Due to human interference, many ewes no longer immediately bond with their lambs. The purpose of the Easy Care project is to find ewes who will care for their lambs. The downside of this is that lambs whose mothers will not bond with them are left to die. No, I'm not making this up. We've included a link to the Times article in the description section of this video. May 2018 found the shark team outside the U.S. Meat Animal Research Center toward the end of the lambing season. It was our third trip to USMARC in 4 years. Our first trip in November 2015 was just exploratory, but we did unearth and expose a corrupt sheriff.
You had no right to fly a drone over federal ground. You had no permits. You had no rights to be on federal ground. That's trespassing once that went over that line onto their property.
Our second trip in May 2017 enabled us to find the sheep, but USMARC put them far off the public road. They could only be seen from the air, and our drone was not powerful enough to see what we needed to see. Fortunately, drone technology has advanced in the past year. With help from our supporters, we were able to upgrade to a new level of drone, and that drone was used to get a better look at USMARC's Easy Care sheep. We saw a number of lambs with their ewes, but there weren't nearly as many lambs as ewes, even though a single ewe may birth multiple lambs. Then we saw one of the victims of the project. At first you might think she was just sleeping, but as we watched her, alone and unmoving, we knew that she was dead. One of USMARC's victims. Easy Care. What kind of people would act so carelessly with such a complete lack of common decency? Due mainly to torrential rainstorms and high winds, this was the only lamb we found on this trip. We were late to the site. We wanted to get to USMARC earlier, but we were tied up with other field projects. The worst part of seeing the little dead lamb was knowing that there were so many more of them before USMARC employees cleared them away like yesterday's garbage. SHARC is one of the very few animal protection organizations that still works in the field where the cruelty and killing happens. Organizations with far more people and money are content to spend their time in offices or in conferences, or holding fundraising galas. They claim to care about the animals, but where the animals are suffering and dying, the big groups are nowhere to be found. Next year we hope to be at USMARC far earlier. The main part of the lambing is an approximately 2-week period, but that means we have to ignore other animal issues during that time. It shouldn't be this way. There are lots of supposed animal protection groups, and a lot of supposed farm animal protection groups. But what are they doing? Where are they? If you care about animals and support an animal protection organization, find out what it does, what it actually does to help animals. Generating fundraising pleas, sending letters, creating petitions, and posting on Facebook is not enough. If they have field projects, they'll have pictures and video of their efforts, and they'll be able to talk about results. As I said, we'll have another go at USMARC next year, and we'll keep going back until the monstrous Easy Care Sheep Project is terminated. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.